Hello, 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 citizens of the Writers Corner podcast. Welcome to episode 51. We are back discussing books and the writing process. As you can probably tell from this week's title, we are discussing ebooks versus print books, the pros and cons of both. Basically, I'm going to go through the good and the bad from doing both ebooks and print books, and I'm going to discuss why I decided to write both. Now, I'm going to go through each one's pros and cons without going too back and forth. Pro for ebooks, wider audience. In this day and age, in this technological era where the internet reigns supreme, ebooks are a lot easier to get to. It's a lot easier for someone to carry around their devices like the Kindle or even their iPhones and go through an app to read their books instead of carrying large books around with them all day. It's an easier storage space. It's all in the cloud. And it's also better for authors because it allows them to publish their books without going through a publisher if they can't find one. You can sign up for Amazon and or any other publishing company on the internet, and you can publish your book. It's as simple as that. Ebooks are a lot. I'm not saying easy, but it's a lot more accessible to authors to publish their books in ebook format. Con, however, is some people prefer holding a hard book in their hands. The con for writers is you really have to know how to format, because each system, like Amazon Kindle or any other device like the Nook, they each have their own system and their own programming. So you have to really do your research and go through the process of formatting your book just right. You have to save it in the right kind of file. You have to set the margins and everything to a certain specification, because if you don't, the ebook comes out looking very clunky, very disorganized in ebook format. It's different than a print book. It doesn't, have a system guiding your reading its own pages, which was probably be a pro for print books. But ebooks are very technical in formatting, and you have to really do your research before you just publish. If you publish without really doing any sort of formatting, and I know this from experience with my early books, the book comes out all clunky looking, and it also shortens your book length because of how it's formatted. So to get all the page numbers right, to get the book looking exactly how you wrote it, you really have to do your research on how to format your book before publishing. The pros of print books are that you don't have to do quite as extensive research. You have to know the size that you're going to be printing on. You have to format it to that specification. But it's not a computer system. It's not going to glitch. It's your rules, your own rules with publishing. But however, the backside is that unfortunately, print books are not as in high demand as ebooks. It's also a lot harder because you have to pay more and charge more for print books than you do ebooks. You can charge your short story or novella for $1.99 on Amazon if you want, but if you go through a printing service online, that same book is going to cost like $10 just to make a profit. And some readers don't want to pay that much for print books, unfortunately. So while it's great to have that physical copy in your hands and to feel the book in your hands like that, it it decreases your chances of making the sale because more people are on the go and they don't want to carry around those books, and they don't want to spend as much on a physical book when they can buy the ebook version for a lot cheaper. So those are the hardships you're dealing with. Sorry, guys, I'm not sure where we left off, but basically, the points I was trying to make are ebooks are more easily accessible. You can get them instantly. They're cheaper and easier to store. However, print books bring more of a sense of accomplishment. You can actually hold on to them. It's easier to keep track of how many pages you've read, and even people even enjoy the smell of a good book, which is something. As a book lover, as a book reader, I can understand. Plus, there's something. It's hard to explain, but as a writer, there's just something about holding your book in your hands that's different than just seeing it, written on a screen. It's good either way, but there's something just a little bit more special about holding a physical book in your hand. So yeah, it's pretty much decide for yourself. I write both. I enjoy, being able to provide my books instantaneously to readers and providing them at a reasonable price. But like I said, I also love the thought of someone holding what I wrote in their hands and keeping it and reading it over and over until the pages are worn. And yeah, it's just great either way. So I hope those help you in deciding what you prefer to write, or if you decide to write both. I hope that you got a little bit of information on that. And thank you for listening to this week's podcast. If you liked what you heard this week, please on YouTube give this video a big thumbs up. Like this video, comment on it, favorite it, and share it. In the comments below, let me know, what do you prefer, ebooks or print books? Leave your comments down below. And if you have not yet, please hit that subscribe button because it would mean the world to me. And while you're there, check out the eye in the sky for today's recommended videos, playlists, and more. And if you're listening to this on SoundCloud or iTunes, thank you so much for tuning in. If you like what you heard, please hit that subscribe button, and whether you liked it or you didn't, please leave a review letting us know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you'd like to hear more of, what you'd like to hear less of, and what kind of topics you'd like to hear in the future. Thank you so much for listening this week, guys. This is your host, author Anthony Avina, signing off. Long days and pleasant nights, my friends.